Hey, love your show. I'm glad haters don't bother you, but if they do, get Nikki from In Cahoots podcast on them. She said she's your black niece and calls EK Erica Regina Pinocchio Kirk. Okay. I'll have to check out Nikki from In Cahoots. I've always needed a black niece. Baron,
don't mind me and my stunner shades, but Mama, I made it. Uncle B. That's what I'm talking about. Big shout out to Maylin D. Montana. Thank you so much for that shout out on Baron Coleman's show. That was super cool, super awesome. And thank you guys for all the support that you give to me, that you give to this channel. I can't thank you enough. And with that being said, what's up, you guys, and welcome to another episode of In Cahoots podcast. My name is Nikki. Please make sure that you hit the subscribe button, the like button, the share button, comment. Let me know what you think of the video. Also, make sure your post notification bell is turned on so you know every single time there's a new video. And don't forget to hype the video. It helps tremendously. Now that that's over, let's switch gears a little bit. I know you guys have heard it. Donald Trump said that Candace Owens is ugly. Maybe not in those words, but he did say that Baguette Man Crone is a much better looking woman than Candace Owens. But I mean, first of all, hold on. How old are we? Like, this is like little kids. Like, no, they look better than you, or no, that person looks better than you. No, I look better. No, you look better. No, boo. Like, what are we doing? This is y'all's president doing that. He didn't just crash out on Candace Owens, though. You know, he did crash out on Tucker Carlson, who literally after every other sentence, I love President Trump. I wonder if he cried. But Tucker loved Trump. Trump did tick off not only just Tucker Carlson, but a whole lot of other people on Easter Sunday, Resurrection Day.
And so the morning of Easter is a uniquely joyful and peaceful moment. And yet that peace yesterday was shattered. That's not an overstatement. It was shattered for many observant Christians by a statement that the President of the United States put out at 8:03 a.m. Eastern time on Easter morning that said this, and we're going to read it in its entirety, not in outrage or self-righteousness, but honestly in horror. Quote, Tuesday will be Power Plant Day and Bridge Day, all wrapped up in one in Iran. There will be nothing like it. 3 exclamation points. Open the fucking straight, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. Just watch. All caps. Praise be to Allah. President Donald J. Trump. Now, a lot of people reading that imagined, of course, this can't be real. Did the President of the United States really just write that?
Ooh, that's angry Tucker. That's battle bun Tucker. He needs a hair tie. Because you know Tucker Carlson is mad when he get the shit in his head like that, and then you see like the back of his hair just get the shaking. He was upset. No. Trump, no matter how much this man has supported him throughout the years, and those that he had also named in that tweet had supported him, he didn't care. He did not care. He said every single dirty, mean thing that he could possibly pull out of his bag of tricks. All right, so basically, Donald Trump thinks that everybody is stupid, low IQ, and they are worthless and have terrible shows, and they are not talented. He says they have one thing in common: low IQs. They're stupid people. They know it, their families know it, and everyone else knows it too. Look at their past. Look at their record. They don't have what it takes. They never did. Bro, first of all, how old is Trump? Like 79, right? What? He sounds like a 10-year-old on the playground. Like, you're stupid. And you are, because my friend told me, and I know you're stupid, and everybody knows you're stupid. Even our teacher knows you're stupid. Your mom knows you're stupid too. Like, bruh. Now for the meat and potatoes. Your president said, now they think They get some clicks because they have third-rate podcasts, but nobody's talking about them. And their views are opposite of MAGA, or wouldn't have won the presidential election in a landslide. First of all, third rate. Candace is number one. Like, what? Nurse, you got out. He goes on to say, MAGA agrees with me and just gave CNN a 100% approval rating of Trump. Not hand-flailing fools like Tucker Carlson. Hand-flailing fools. Interesting. Who couldn't even finish college. He was a broken man when he got fired from Fox, and he's never been the same. Perhaps he should see a good psychiatrist. Or Megyn Kelly, who nastily asked me the now famous only Rosie O'Donnell question. Or crazy Candace Owens, who accuses the highly respected First Lady of France of being a man when she is not. Because he checked. Allegedly, I'm joking. Anywho, and will hopefully win lots of money in the ongoing lawsuit. Actually, to me, the First Lady of France is a far more beautiful woman than Candace. In fact, it's not even close. Or bankrupt Alex Jones, who says some of the dumbest things and lost his entire fortune, as he should have, for his horrendous attack on the families of the Sandy Hook shooting victims, ridiculously claiming it was a hoax. These so-called pundits are losers, and they always will be. And to skip to the end, MAGA is about making America great again. And these people have no idea how to do that. But I do. Because the United States is now the hottest country anywhere in the world. President Donald J. Trump. I said, nurse, he got out again. Like, what was even that? Donald Trump is 79 years old, handling things like a fifth grader. Look, just to be so real. Like, seriously. How do we expect Donald Trump to keep this country safe when at 84 years old, these are the type of comments and posts that he makes? At 87 years old, you shouldn't be worried about who looks better than who. It should just be about the American people and what we need. This is just who Donald Trump is. You know, since time has gone on and now he's like, 89? He has probably gotten worse, but it still does not surprise me. Honestly, I do feel like other countries just might be laughing at us that we have this 93-year-old president that is talking about the people who put him in office, number one. Number two, his biggest supporters as if they are trash. Candace took to Twitter and said, was going to remain. Let me tell you how I know she's mad. I'm going to stop. Let me just stop there. She didn't even put, I was going to. Mama said, was going to remain off air for the week. But given Trump's glorious attack on his own sanity, I will be back with a response at 5 p.m. Eastern. See you guys then. Yes, you will see us there, Candace. I'm going to see you. You going to see me. Because I tell you what, Candace better have a little ponytail going. She better have a little battle bun. The infamous battle bun. I'm waiting for that. Honestly, I just think something weird is going on at the White House. I mean, because not only do we have, our 94-year-old president going off on his biggest supporters, then we have Melania, I don't give a bleep about them kids, Trump, out of nowhere addressing her relationship with Epstein, completely throwing everybody off guard. From what I hear, Trump didn't even know she was going to do this. Check this out.
The lies linking me with the disgraceful Jeffrey Epstein need to end today. The individuals lying about me are devoid of ethical standards, humility, and respect. I do not object to their ignorance, but rather I reject their mean-spirited attempts to defame my reputation. I never been friends with Epstein. Donald and I were invited to the same parties as Epstein from time to time, since overlapping in social circles is common in New York City and Palm Beach. To be clear, I never had a relationship with Epstein or his accomplice, Maxwell. My email reply to Maxwell cannot be categorized as anything more than casual correspondence. My polite reply to her email doesn't amount to anything more than a trivial note. I am not Epstein's victim. Epstein did not introduce me to Donald Trump. I met my husband by chance at a New York City party in 1998. This initial encounter with my husband is documented in detail in my book, Melania. The first time I crossed paths with Epstein was in the year 2000 at an event Donald and I attended together. At the time, I had never met Epstein and had no knowledge of his criminal undertakings. Numerous fake images and statements about Epstein and me have been circulating on social media for years now. Be cautious about what you believe. These images and stories are completely false. I'm not a witness or a named witness in connection with any of Epstein's crimes. My name has never appeared in court documents, depositions, victim statements, or FBI interviews surrounding the Epstein matter. I have never had any knowledge of Epstein's abuse of his victims. I was never involved in any capacity. I was not a participant, was never on Epstein's plane, and never visited his private island. I have never been legally accused or convinced of a crime in connection with Epstein's sex trafficking, abuse of minors, and other repulsive behavior. The false smears about me from mean-spirited and politically motivated individuals and entities looking to cause damage to my good name, to gain financially and climb politically, must stop. My attorneys and I have fought these unfounded and baseless lies and will continue to maintain my sound reputation without hesitation. To date, several individuals and companies have been legally obligated to publicly apologize and retract their lies about me, such as Daily Beast, James Carville, and HarperCollins, UK. Now is the time for Congress to act. Epstein was not alone. Several prominent male executives resigned from their powerful positions after this matter became widely politicized. Of course, this doesn't amount to guilt, but we still must work openly and transparently to uncover the truth. I call on Congress to provide the women who have been victimized by Epstein with a public hearing specifically centered around the survivors. give these victims their opportunity to testify under oath in front of Congress with the power of sworn testimony. Each and every woman should have her day to tell her story in public if she wishes, and then her testimony should be permanently entered into the congressional record. Then, and only then, we will have the truth. Thank you.
I just feel like Melania was 2 seconds away from saying, I did not have sexual relations with Epstein. Sheesh. That woman looked ticked off the entire time. But I feel like she's throwing her husband under the bus. That man is in the doghouse. I mean, not that I ever thought that they even shared the same bed, let alone room anyway. But there's something behind that, and I think everyone knows it. Something big is going to happen. I can just feel it. And it's just interesting to me how Trump will always say that those files were a hoax. Those were the E-Man hoax files. But now you have his wife saying, you know, we need to get these women out here and tell their story, tell what happened under oath. And if you were wondering why I called her earlier, Melania, I don't give a F about those kids, Trump, well, let me show you.
Working like my ass off
I know.
That Christmas stuff that, who gives a about Christmas stuff and decoration, but I need to do it, right?
Come on, Melania, that was for the kids. You gotta give a bleep about the kids' Christmas and the decorations. Come on. All right, so I'm going to end with this. This is a very honest moment. Okay, I'm not joking around. This is not a game. This is me being completely honest with you guys. I never knew who Laura Loomer was. I never followed her. I never watched anything she was a part of. I genuinely had no idea who she was up until maybe a few months ago when basically everybody was going at it with her, and more so Candace Owens. Basically, that was how I was first introduced to Laura Loomer. I'd never seen her. I never watched her. Nothing Laura Loomer. And then I had come across this clip.
I am a diehard supporter of President Trump, but I'm not celebrating tonight. I don't think that this is good. I think that this actually further legitimizes the Islamic regime in Iran. I think that they're now more legitimized than ever before.
I had no idea. And I blame X. I need to stay off of X. I need to delete my account because I truly had no idea that she did not look like this. I thought this was who this woman really was. I thought she had a condition. I felt so bad. I'm like, wow, Candace Owens and all these other people, they are going hard on this woman. And look at her jaw. Like, I had no idea. Shame, shame, shame on y'all. I have to stay off of X. Because this entire time, I thought that was really that woman's face. Truly thought she had a condition. And I'm just thinking, wow, I can't believe all of these people are going so hard on this woman with this condition. I have to get rid of X. I have to stay off of X. It is official, but I'm going to end this video right here. Guys, please don't forget to like the video, subscribe, comment, let me know what you thought about the video. Also, make sure you share with your friends, your family, other creators. Hit the post notification bell so that you know every single time there's a new video out. And 2 more things, most importantly, please hype the video for me. Do me a favor, hit the hype button. That helps the channel out tremendously. And last but not least, don't forget to click that join button to become a member. It's been real, guys. My name is Nikki. This has been In Cahoots Podcast. I will see you in the next video. Bye.